But it's certainly cool when the design store's in the house. Good morning, ladies.
Hello, good morning.
There we go. Well, you guys just got back from Nashville.
Nope, High Point.
Oh, Tennessee? No?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. That's right. Why do I think Nashville?
Well, I mean, they're in the same vicinity.
Oh, gotcha. And you guys had an amazing time?
We did. It was so great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you learned a lot of new stuff?
We did. It was kind of torture getting there, which we knew it would be a little bit because we weren't supposed to get in until midnight.
Ah.
But we ended up having to go through a thunderstorm, which was terrifying, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Neither Ashlyn or I are big on flying, but and then when you're going through a thunderstorm and it's dark out and you can actually see the lightning, it's like, oh my God,
Yeah.
we're gonna die. But and then that kind of held up everything. So we didn't get to North Carolina until 3:30 in the morning, and we had carry-ons that they made us check, and of course they lost our luggage. So we ended up getting to the hotel at like 4 a.m. And we were like, okay, let's just crash and see what happens. And then both kind of woke up around 8. And I got to give credit to this gal here, Ashlyn, because she turned to me and she said, we have come much too far to not make this worth it. And so we bucked it up, and we did not have our suitcases yet. So we had... I had travel clothes on, so I was wearing workout pants, no deodorant, no brushing our teeth, no makeup, so we had makeup residue on. And we were just like, screw it, let's go, because we have 2 days, and we've got to make this worth it.
I love it.
And if you, High Point, of course, it's like a lot of designers, a lot of architects, a lot of reps, so everybody is dressed to the nines.
Very nice.
Not those girls from Minnesota.
Yeah. I was like, well, if we didn't feel like hillbilly before, we might. But you know what? We didn't care because it was like not about us. It was more about what we can do and what we can find for our clients back home.
That's awesome.
And so it was funny, and nobody seemed to care because, like, I think you're more focused on what you're doing than what somebody else looks like.
Right.
And we made it worth it, and we didn't get back to the hotel until about 6:30 that night. So like we were hardcore going off of fumes, and but it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Wouldn't you say it was worth it?
Absolutely.
What was probably a lot, but the thing that stuck out the most, or you were most impressed with, or most excited about?
Definitely one of the main things that really stuck out was the lighting stores for me. They were really like put together, and then a few of the furniture stores really hiked it up a lot with their presentations. We started a new account with bedding, so I mean that spoke to us, so
cool.
That was another thing.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because High Point has, I did some research before we left, but which is kind of shocking, it has over 11 million square feet.
Wow.
Of furniture and lighting showroom. So there's a lot to see, and it's almost unobtainable, especially in 2 days. But
right.
Yeah, like Ashlyn, I kind of agree. Going to some of our vendors that we already had accounts with, it was really cool to see some of the frames that we've sold but haven't had on the floor. And it was very cool to see the lighting, because lighting now, it's really, like we talked about in the lighting episode, it's really transformed, but seeing what we saw in market, it's like, oh my gosh, this is literally art. It is a form of art. It is so amazing what they're doing with lighting now. So that was very intense to see. And then to kind of build off of what Ashlyn said with the bedding company, about 6 months ago, I put a bedroom group on our floor just to show people, like, hey, we do bedroom too. So because when you think furniture, you typically think living room and those types of things.
Sure.
But we wanted to say, if you need bedroom furniture, we offer that as well. The funny part about it is we kept selling the bedding off of our set more than anything. And we were just buying it from our regular suppliers, like, and like Pottery Barn and those types of things, so we didn't have a lot to offer. But so we knew that was one thing that we wanted to be on the hunt for, and we found the most amazing bedding company. When Ashlyn and I walked in, we were both like, this is it. This is our company. Because it rang of luxury, but it also said relaxed lake feel to it.
And not too bad of a price point either. I mean, something that, you know, most people can afford as well. Not as high prices as, say, Pottery Barn or, you know, those high-end companies. So,
Yep. Ashlyn found a quilt she absolutely loved. So she was
amazing.
like, this is mine. I'm taking this home.
But that's kind of a focal point for a bedroom too. That big bed creates a palette.
For sure. And why not change it with the seasons and
Sure.
whatnot? So not only like the finishing touches are we going to be offering, but even like the duvet inserts and the pillows. And what I thought was interesting is they have seasonal duvet inserts. So they have like a spring duvet and a winter duvet. So one is heavier, one is lighter, which makes sense because you're not going to want to be hot
Right.
in the summer, and you're going to want it a little bit warmer in the winter. And that was something that I never really thought about. And it's like, why wouldn't you change out your insert for the season?
You know what a duvet is, Schulte?
I do.
Oh, me too.
You do?
We do.
Yay!
Only because we had one. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with this? Then I was learned. I was educated. Now I know.
Awesome. Well, the other thing that I loved about them too is, so the quilt that Ashlyn really loved almost felt like velvety. So they have like beachy type quilts, but they have like velvety ones too. And everything is 100% washable. And they said that it actually looks better the more you wash it. Which I was like, what? Because
That never happens.
I know, especially with clothing and stuff. It's like everything just kind of depletes. And so, because they have like a weathered kind of a look to them. And so the more you wash it, it's almost like leather. It gets better with time. So
Seems like one of the biggest things right now in beds is adjustable frames, split king size,
yeah.
where the cover is king size, but the fitted sheet is twin.
Yeah, you'd have to.
How the heck do you make those things? You have to climb into the middle of the bed to get that thing on.
They're a pain in the butt. I'm not going to lie. But I was glad that you asked that because one thing that I was on the hunt for one of our clients and to make sure that you could do this is they had an adjustable bed, an adjustable Tempur-Pedic bed. And they wanted a bedstead, which I don't know. A bedstead is like where you have the headboard, the footboard, and the rails. But didn't know if that adjustable entrapment would fit in there, and almost all of the companies that we found, it'll fit in. So you don't have to see this ugly but functional contraption. You can cover it up with.
They
your
are weird
bedstead.
looking.
They are. I mean, but they're they're awesome.
Well, right.
Especially if you have acid reflux or those types of things, where you can get your head up.
snore.
Yeah. Yes. Good point. Yes. So. Yeah.
A needed bed.
Yeah.
I do like how you guys at the design store work. I just think like the floor and how we did it, but you guys offer design all the way to a bedspread, right? That's important.
It is. We're hopefully going to be seeing it in the next couple of weeks, and we have this whole ring that you can come and
cool.
check it out. So, yeah, that was probably our funnest addition, but
Yeah.
we did add a couple other companies too. Do you want to tell them about the Norwalk bedstead where it was lit?
Oh yeah,
And the
one of
dog
our one of our companies that we already have an account with. We went there just to check out a few things. I was looking for a swivel chair for my customer. So we had an appointment with our rep to go there, and he showed us a brand new addition, which was a bed with backlit lighting in the headboard.
Oh, cool.
And then he also was like, do you two have a dog? And we're like, yes, we do. And he went around and he pulled out a trundle that was made for your dog, which was,
It had to have like a
Yeah.
crib mattress or something.
Oh, cool.
But that way your dog, it would be a little bit lower, but would be able to lay right next to
yeah.
it. It was so cool.
mhm. Yeah.
So
it
those
was a
folks
little
that
fun thing.
have dog lovers, perfect
Yep.
bed for them.
Because how many people, I mean, let their dog sleep with them, but then have absolutely no room while they're sleeping.
Right.
Me.
Yeah, you buy a king size bed and the dog takes up 3/4 of it.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
So why not have your,
Sure.
your loved family member right by you, but not quite taking
On
up
you.
your space.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then with the backlit, you could also, like, they had like a little thing where you could charge your phone and stuff in it too.
Yeah.
Wow.
All you got to do is plug it in, and like you can have this beautiful ambient night light behind it, and it's upholstered, so you can pick whatever fabric you want to wrap it in. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Now that's a bed.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I can see Schulte's wheels turning right now.
Does it have a USB hookup in it and everything for your phone? Probably, huh?
Now I just need speakers.
Remote
I'm
control.
sure they're coming. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah. It was just, great experience, and everyone was so nice there, and they fed us the whole time and kept us hydrated. And
Did your
it
luggage
was-
show up then?
It did at noon, but we didn't want to leave,
Sure.
so we were able to get ready the next day. And
Yeah, the next day we felt like $1 million.
Yeah.
Right.
Do our hair, we were like, let's
Yeah.
take this market by storm.
yeah.
On the way back, we had about just as much torture because when we were coming back to Minneapolis, it was hailing.
Ah.
And we could-
So, yeah,
couldn't
they wouldn't land. So we had to go to Omaha. It was rough.
That's just terrible
That's
in and of
not
itself.
Fair.
I think it's like the ways of evening things out because Market was so amazing.
Sure.
It was a new experience for both of us. You guys know how excited I am about furniture, but it was cool to be able to share it with somebody like Ashlyn, who is also very excited about the industry and what we can bring to the market. When she was talking about the swivel chairs, I think I had to take a picture, like 12 or more pictures of her sitting in a swivel for her customers so that they could see how it fit. But that's how valuable each and every client is to us. If you put us on the hunt, we're going to find it for you.
Still trying to comprehend 11 million square feet.
Yeah, that was.
It's crazy. It's like, and there's no way to see it all.
We only scratched the surface.
It was awesome.
And then so over the coming weeks, you'll start having that implemented at the store. You'll see it, and feel
Well,
it.
the bedding will be just a couple weeks. The new furniture pieces, they don't come out for about another 6 months.
Oh.
So that's how in advance we're getting to see
Wow.
all these pieces. But with that being said, I would very much encourage listeners to start following us on Facebook or Instagram because I have a very hard time parting with our showroom models because they've been very carefully curated. And so it's like hard for me to let them go. But after seeing what's coming at market, we are going to be running some kind of major sale. I don't know when exactly, but it will be coming up. So that's why watch us or follow us. Because we're going to give some killer deals. It will be under cost just to move our floor models out, which are so that cool sectional I talked about the other time, or the leather piece where the head raises up. They're going to be going for smoking deals. You do not want to miss the sale, just so we can bring in some of these new frames and show clients what's happening on the East and West Coast.
Perfect. A lot to look forward to. Guys, thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, thanks for
thank
having
you.
us.